Hello friends, welcome back to the new series of Fully Web tutorials. This is Ramesh Sharma here. So today, this series is going to have two parts. In the first part, we will create the interface, and in the second part, we will finalize our project. So now we are going to create to-do list, which we will use local storage. So as I told you about local storage in my previous series, that is of shopping cart. So see that today in this part we are going to create this interface. First of all, let's check its overview here. So see that this is our heading and this is our date now. This date is changing dynamically. So if I will open this tomorrow, then here date will be 20. Now it is 19 and the month is April and 2020. So this is a form here. This is our form, this is our input tag, and this is a submit button here. So see that now there is nothing here. So when I will type here, see that, like, let's say hello. So see that this to-do is successfully added here and okay here. So see that now this to-do list is here also. So when I will reload it, see that it will not go here because this storage is our permanent. So I use local storage here. So when I will inspect element it, so wait for it. See that now go to applications. Here are our applications, and now there is our data here. See that there is to do items. So we are getting to do item hello here. There is our one item here. So when I create here wake up, our page says it is successfully already added. See that its id is now 2 here. So see that its id 2. Now I can delete from here. So when I will click on this, it will say well done, okay, and it will remove here. See that now here id is 2 here. So there is only one item here. So when I will write here, let's say bath, successfully added. Now its id will be 3. So what I did here, I fetched the id, I fetched the last element id from here, and I give that id in a variable. So when the user will enter anything, then id will change here. So it is like a primary key, like in that we did in the php tutorials also. So let's today we will create this interface here. So in the second part we will finalize our this project here. So let's go to the coding section. So these are two files here, that is first is index.html, style.css, main.js. I already connected the style.css with my file here. So now this is main.js. So in the style.css there is just one all element. I targeted the all element with star tag, that is its margin will be margin 0 padding 0 and box size in border box and font family will be sans serif here. So in main.js there is nothing here. So first of all we will create our wrapper here, division wrapper, and then let's first of all make here copy this, and in the style.css target the wrapper here. Position will be relative here, width will be 100% and height will be 100 bh. So it will give the full view height here. So and we need our background will be RGBA. First of all it will be linear gradient, and under that linear gradient there will be our RGBA color, red green blue combination, and A is the opacity here. So opacity is 0.5, and after that there is our URL of image. So I'm copying this is URL from pexels.com. So paste it here, and we need background size to cover and background position to center here, and justify content, not justify content, background repeat, not repeat here. Save it, and let's go to index.html, right click here, open in browser. See that now this is our background here, successfully loaded. So now what we want our three things. First we want date, and after that we want to-do list and this form here. So first of all, let's add date here dynamically. So we will use JavaScript here. So here will be our date, division.date. So I'm copying this, copy this date. So in main.js, so first of all, when the window will be on load, then there will be a function here. So you can also use arrow function here. So for arrow function, you simply need this thing, remove this function and this braces with arrow here, or you can remove these braces also. So this is good now. So let's date box. So first of all, let's command this render date, and there will be date box, and that will be document dot query selector, and here will be our date. So now we have access to this division. So now we have access to this division. So first of all, let's create our date here. So let's const. Now here will be our date. Now we will request date here. So this will give us the today date. D is bigger here. So this will give us the today date. When I will console this, console.log date here. So when I will console this, inspect element here, inspect element, and when I will reload it, and now in the console, where is the console? Now this is our console here. See that it is giving us whole date here. So this is Sunday, April 19, 2020, and this is our time. So whenever reload it, see that time is also changing, 37, 38, 39. So now we want this month here, this full year, and this into the format of number here. So for that, if we want our month day here, so for day we need our date. So this will be our date. We need date. Simply write dot get date. You will get our day here. So whenever we console the day here, reload it, see that day is 19 here. So same, copy this, paste and paste it again. So here we want our month. So here we will get month, and here will be year. So get full year. So when reloaded, see that we are getting 19, 3 and 2020. So see that when I will not write get full year here, so when I will write get year here, so see that what we will get. Reloaded, see that we are getting 120. So this is 120. So this is nothing. So full year is good. For full years we are getting 2020. So let's render this to our date here, date box here. So for that, let's do date box dot inner HTML is equals to, first we want date dot, and this is our span here. So under the span we want first day, and then this is a concatenation operator, plus is a concatenation operator, then we want hyphen, then again concatenation operator. After that we want our month here, then again hyphen, then again concatenation operator, then we want our year, and now we will close the our span here. So our span is closed. So when we will reload this, see that here we are getting our date here. So let's change its color to white here, color to white. So when I will reload it, see that now we are getting date here. So now we want that date here in this section. So let's do it. Sorry, text editor is video editor opened. Now this is date, copy this and dot wrapper, because date is under the wrapper here. So position will be absolute and top will be 5% here and right will be 2% here, right will be 5% here, and font size will be 0.99 rem and font weight will be 800. Let's see that, reload it, see that we are getting now date here. So let's target our span element. That span element is rendering also. Dot wrapper span, now its color will be yellow here and margin left will be 2 pixel. See that now we are getting this. So now what we want this to-do list and this form here. Let's do this now. So it will be, first we want heading h1 dot heading class, then we want to-do list, and when I will reload it, see that this to-do list is now here. So now we want one division mode, that will be to do, and under that to do we want our division for form, that will be add to do. So under this there will be our form here. So we don't want action where anything etc. So here just we want class will be form to do, and under here we want just two inputs. First input will be text and name will be name here, and here placeholder will be add your to do, and copying this here just we want our value add. Here is our value add and name will be submit and type will be submit here. Now outside that to do, see here this is our inside the to do, we want another div, that division will be for our list of to do. So we will create this not dynamically today, we will create dynamically afterwards. So for the styling we will create one static here. So here will be our static item first. So under that there is one input, then type will be checkbox and name will be item check. Done. So after that there will be a paragraph, that will be, let's take as hello. Reload it, see that now we are getting this. So let's style this now. So see that this input is outside the form tag. So this input, this form tag will not have any access to of this input tag. So when we will submit the form, then this will take only these two inputs values, not this value, because it is outside the form. So let's copy our wrapper. In the wrapper, first of all let's do position relative, not position relative, display flex and flex direction will be column here, and align items will be center here, and justify content will be flex start. So let's do this. See that now we are getting this our to do, or we can use space around here, space around. See that now we are getting this to do here. So let's move further and copy the heading here, copy this, and dot wrapper, and there is our heading. Position will be relative, and font size will be 3.5 rem, and color will be ff0, and font weight will be 800. Let's see that. Loaded. See that now we are getting this is looking beautiful. Now let's target our this to do, copy this, and dot wrapper dot to do, its position will be relative, and height will be 60%, and width will be 60%, 50%, width will be 50%, and display will be flex here, and flex direction column, align items center here, and justify content will be space around here. So save it, reload it. See that now we are getting like this. So let's add target the add to do here, add to do. So position will be relative, and height will be 40 pixel, and width will be 100%. So let's target the form here, copy this, and here there will be our form. Position will be relative, and height will be 100%, and width will be 100% here, not 1000%. So let's target our input here. So now we will target our input here. Position will be relative, and height will be 100%, but we don't want our width 100% here. So reload it. See that now we are getting like this. So but we are not getting our input width here. So for that, first of all we will target our input with type text here, which is under the form. So here type is equals to text, and position is equals to relative, and width let it be 80%. So when I will reload it, see that now width is 80% we are getting. So height, here is height is 100% already. So now let's copy this and paste it. Position is relative already here. Now we want submit, and width is equals to 10%. Reload it. See that now we are getting this like here, and cursor we need pointer, and cursor we need pointer here. See that now our cursor is pointer also. Sorry. So let's target our input here. So first of all here WebKit appearance. So we don't need appearance to cut here. So let's add border to 0, then border bottom to 2 pixels, solid, let it be white here. So white here. Now we want our padding is equals to 15 pixel and 10 pixel, and background will be transparent here. Save it, and let's reload it. See that we are getting like this. See that we are getting also an outline here. So for that, outline will be none here. So see that, and color we want white here. So color white here. Reload it. See that when we will type anything, its color will be white here. So let's add font size. Font size will be 1 rem. Let's save it. See that this is our font size. Now it is looking good. So now let's add to the placeholder. So placeholder, its color will be white here. So now see that its color is white here. So when we will hover on it, we will hover on it, its color will change. So for that, copy this and paste it here. So simply write, when we will hover on the input type text, then its placeholder will change the color. So let's take it as CCC. Say reload it. See that when we will hover, its color is also changing, and we want when we will focus here. So copy, paste again here. So for focus, we also want to change the color. Reload it. See that when hover and when focus, its color is changing here. So now let's move to submit here. So its color will be white here, and border will be 1 pixel solid, hash 017 bf5 and f5 here. So f5 here is the transparency, opacity, and same we need for background. Same background here. So font size will be 1 rem, and font weight will be 550. So let's check it, reload it. See that now we are getting like this. So but there is not any hover effect. So copying this, paste it here. So when we will hover on it, there will be just change in the background here. We also don't want change in the border. Background, this f5 will be removed here. So reload it. So see that this is just a difference here. So now our interface, this interface is created. So now we will create this here, this elements. So for that, first of all, let's target our list here. Copy this. So dot wrapper dot to do, which is under the to do, and there is our list here. So its position will be relative, and height will be, we will calculate the height from 100%. We will minus the 50 pixel here. So let its background for just temporary purpose, and width is also 100%. Save it here. So reload it. So but we are not getting this. Why? Okay, just because of the height we are not getting this. Let's its height to be 400 pixel. Save it. We are not getting any background. Okay, the spelling of wrapper is, see that now we are getting also here, around here. So let's, it's where it is. See that this is not so full here. So where is our, this is our text. So let it to be 90%. So whenever we reload it, so it is also going away. So let's see that here is 85%. See here, now it is getting also full here. So this is our here, this, and our overflow y will be hidden here, auto here, overflow y will be auto here. So when there will be many items here, so it will give us the scroll bar, and overflow x will be hidden. Save it, reload it. So we will target this now, our list item here. Copy this and paste this dot item. So let's remove the background here. So reload it. This is our item here. So its position is relative, and width is equals to 40 pixel, and height is equals to 100% here, and margin we don't want, we want padding to 10 pixel and 25 pixel. So this will be our padding here. So width will be 100% here, and display will be flex here. So whenever I reload it, see that it displays flex here, and align items will be center, and justify content will be space around. So reload it, see that now we are getting like this. So but this is not our item, sorry, width is, so we want our height 40 pixel and width to 100%. So reload this, so we are getting like that, and we want margin for top 5 pixel, 2 pixel is better, and from left and right we want 0. So reload it, this is like that. So let's target the h1 here. So first of all we want h1. So first of all let's target, let's add background here. Background will be RGBA 0, 0, 255, 255, 255, 0.1. Let's save this and reload this. So this will be our here. So let's add shadow here, box shadow 0 pixel, 15 pixel, RGBA 0, 0, 0.9 here. So reload it, see that we are getting this like that. So here let's make it width to 90%. Reload it, see that now width 90% is okay here. So 98%, 97, 95 will be okay. Reloaded, 95 is okay here, and margin right we want 5 pixel. Let's take it as 15 pixel, 25 pixel. Now it is looking good. So let's adjust our h1 tag, and position will be relative here, and height will be 100% here, and width will be 80%. Width will be 70% here, and text align will be center here. So reload it. Sorry, it is paragraph tag. Reload it. See that we are getting like that. So let's font size to be 1.2 rem. Reload it. Now this is our font size, and font weight to be 800, and color to be yellow. Reloaded, see that now we are getting like that. So font size 1.8 rem. Reloaded, see that we are getting like that. So overflow hidden, and line height will be 1 rem. Reloaded, see that now we are getting this at center. Now we are getting this at center here. So let's target this now. So for that, let's copy this item, and we want input here. So input first, WebKit appearance will be none here. So appearance will be none here. Appearance will be none here. So height will be 20 pixel and width will be 20 pixel, and border border will be 2 pixel, solid white here. So whenever reloaded, see that this is our border here. So when it will click here, so first of all let's its outline to none here. So it's outline to none here. So when we will click here, so it need to be checked here. So for that we need arrow. So copy this. First of all let's make its position relative here. So paste this. Now we want its before. So position will be absolute, top will be 0 and left will be 0 here. Now we want its width to 2 pixel and height to 120% and color background to yellow here. So when we reload it, so why we are not getting content? We need content here. So content will be nothing. So reload it. See that we are getting this here. So let it top will be minus 15% and left will be 15% here. So when I will reload this, so it is like that. So let's width to be 5 pixel and here we want 30% here left. This is like that. Let it be 3 pixel. Now we want transform, translate, rotate. We want to rotate it to 30 degree. 30 degree I think will be better here. So this is our 30 degree. So let's we want it to 50% here left and top to 25%. So this is like that and top to 55% again. Reloaded. Now this is our check here. So we want 60% to left. This is 60% to left here. So now let's make to 10 degree. Now this is not good. Let it to be 20 degree. We want to make check here. So let's copy this and paste this, and we want this to minus 20 degree and let's width to be 60%. So let's see that this will be our after here. And we want left to 0 here. So let's see that this is like that and top to 55%. Reload it. 15% we want. Reload it. So this is like that. Now this is 25 degree. We want it to minus 45 degree. So this is like that. So the checkbox is not completed yet. So that's it width to 80%, height to 80% here. So this is our height here. So now we want this height bigger now. So for that let it be 150% here. Reload it. See that now its height is bigger and little check is there. So let's it to height 25 degree. Reload it. Now this check is awesome here. So now its display will be none here. So display is none here. So when their input will be checked here, so comma, we want same this for after here. So when there will be checked dot checked, when this will be checked here, so we want its display block. save it, reload it. See that now this stack is working. So let's see that what will happen when we will add many items here. So copy this many times, save it, reload it. So see that it displays flex here just. So but we don't want flex here. So here is our list here. Where is our list? So here is our list. This is our list. So we want display flex and flex direction to column, save it and reload it. We are not getting this. Why we are not getting this? Oh, sorry. We want this item under here. Paste it again under outside the division X. See that now we are getting this item. I am pasting it again and again. See that now we are getting our scroll bar also here. So for today this is enough. So in the second part, the video is very long. So in the second part we will add the functionality here, and that part will be lesser here because we need less coding here. So at last, thanks for watching. If you have queries, then please comment in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video.